Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back to African Roots Comics, the spot where we unpack the wildest tales from the comic universe with a vibe that's all our own. I'm your host, and today we're diving headfirst into the chaotic guitar shredding madness of Dark Knights, Death Metal by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Picture this: the DC universe turned into a mosh pit, heroes fighting for their lives, and an evil Batman cackling like he's got the aux cord to the apocalypse. If you've ever wondered what happens when Batman goes full villain mode, strap in. This video is about to take you on a ride louder than a Fela Kuti concert. Death Metal isn't just a comic, it's a sequel to Dark Knights. Metal, a cosmic throwdown that crowns the stakes to 11 and slaps a heavy metal soundtrack on top. We've got the Batman who laughs running the show, Wonder Woman swinging a chainsaw of truth, yes, you heard that right, and a multiverse on the brink of collapse. It's wild, it's witty, and it's everything DC fans like us live for. So grab your popcorn, turn up the volume, and let's get into it. First things first, let's rewind the tape. Dark Knight, Death Metal doesn't just drop out of nowhere. It's the encore to 2017's Dark Knight Metal, where Snyder and Capullo introduced us to the dark multiverse. Think of it as the DC universe's shadow side, a place where every hero's worst nightmare comes to life. In Metal, we met the Batman who laughs, a twisted Bruce Wayne from a world where he killed the Joker, got infected with Joker toxin, and decided, you know what, I'm gonna be the bad guy now. He's like if Batman traded his cape for a spiked leather jacket and a permanent grin. That first series ended with the Justice League barely holding the multiverse together after the dark multiverse tried to crash the party. But the Batman who laughs, he slipped away, plotting his next move. Fast forward to Death Metal, and this guy is gone from side act to headliner. He's teamed up with Perpetua, yep, the literal creator of the multiverse, who's got her own plans to trash reality and start over. It's like giving a supervillain a cosmic reset button and saying, have at it. Spoiler, he does, and it's a mess. What makes Death Metal dope is how it pulls from DC's deep cuts. Think Crisis on Infinite Earths vibes, but flipped. Instead of saving the multiverse, the villains want to lock it into eternal chaos. It's ambitious, it's meta, and it's got more Easter eggs than an Easter Sunday hunt in Lagos. So, what's the deal with Death Metal? Picture the DC universe as a post-apocalyptic wasteland. The Batman who laughs has taken over. Earth's a junkyard, and the heroes are down bad. Batman's dead, well, sort of. Superman's locked up and powerless. And Wonder Woman, she's the last one standing, rallying a crew of misfits to save the day. We're talking Harley Quinn, Swamp Thing, and a resurrected Wally West, who's back as the Flash with some serious Speed Force juice. Here's the rundown in 3 acts. The Anti-Crisis Hustle, Diana and her squad, are on a mission to grab Anti-Crisis energy to counter Perpetua's reality-wrecking power. This means jumping into warped versions of DC classics, like a zombie-riddled Flashpoint or a dystopian Kingdom Come. It's a remix of the greatest hits, but with more blood and distortion. Batman's come back. Bruce isn't staying dead. He's back as a Black Lantern, rocking a death ring like it's the ultimate gadget. He's got a plan to outsmart the Batman who laughs, because even in death, Batman's got contingencies for days. At the big finish, it all builds to a multiverse-sized brawl. The heroes tap into the power of every crisis ever. Wonder Woman swings a chainsaw forged from truth, because why not? And the Batmobile turns into a monster truck straight out of a Mad Max fever dream. It's pure chaos and it's glorious. Snyder weaves it all together with a vibe that says every story counts. It's less about a neat plot and more about celebrating the DC universe in all its messy, beautiful madness. Think of it like a Nollywood epic. Big stakes, bigger heart, and a whole lot of drama. Death metal as a cast bigger than a village festival, and everyone's bringing their A game or their A chaos. Let's meet the MVPs, Wonder Woman. Diana's the GOAT here, stepping up as the leader when everyone else is KO'd. She's rocking golden armor and a take no prisoners attitude, proving she's the heart of the resistance. A chainsaw moment, iconic. She's like an Amazonian warrior queen meets a rock star. Batman. Bruce dies, comes back, and still finds time to outsmart everyone. As a Black Lantern, he's wrestling with death and duty, but he's still the guy with a plan or 10. Classic Batman energy. Superman clocks down but not out. Depowered and caged, is still the sunshine in the storm, inspiring the team. It's peak Superman hope even when the sky is falling. The Batman who laughs. This dude's the ultimate chaos agent. He's got the brains of Batman, the madness of the Joker, and a smirk that says, I've already won. He's pulling strings like a puppet master, but his ego is his kryptonite, and it's so satisfying when it bites him back. Wally West, fresh off his Heroes in Crisis Redemption. Wally's the Flash again, and his clutch. His Speed Force tricks help gather the anti-crisis juice, and he's outrunning death like it's a morning jog. Then there's the supporting crew. Harley Quinn smashing heads and dropping one-liners, Lobo being the galaxy's rowdiest uncle, and Jarro, the psychic starfish who thinks he's Robin. Jarro's out here stealing hearts like, move over Damien, I'm the real sidekick. It's a wild lineup, but it works like jollof rice and chicken. Every flavor pops. Under all the noise, death metal is about stories, why they matter, how they shape us. It's meta as heck. Digging into the idea that every DC tale from Justice League Unlimited to the random 80s one-shot has a place in the multiverse. Here's the big stuff it's chewing on. Chaos versus order. Perpetua is all about control, trying to force the multiverse into her perfect mode. The heroes, their Team Chaos saying, nah, the mess is what makes it real. It's a shout out to creativity and freedom. Vibes we know well from African storytelling, where the unexpected is the spice. Hope in the dark. This series is relentless. Heroes die, worlds burn, but they keep pushing. It's not fluffy hope, it's the gritty kind. The we're still here energy. Reminds me of how our communities rally through tough times. Resilience is the real superpower. Legacy love. Death metal is a DC Stan's dream, packed with nods to old events and obscure characters. It's Snyder saying, every story is got soul. For us, it's like honoring our griots. Every tale builds the bigger picture. It's universal too, just as Anansi's tricks teach us cunning, or Sundiata's strength inspires us. Death metal says the multiverse thrives on every voice. It's a comic that feels like a drum circle. Everyone's beating their rhythm, and it slaps. Let's talk about Greg Capullo, because this man's pencils are fire. His art in death metal is like a heavy metal album. Cover, gritty, bold, and dripping with energy. Every page pops off, whether it's a quiet moment or a full-on multiverse meltdown. Check the splash pages. Wonder Woman slicing through enemies with a chainsaw of truth, absurd and epic all at once. Or the Forge of Worlds, where realities spark to life. Capullo's light and shadow game makes it feel infinite. His character designs, next level. The Batman who laughs looks like a nightmare in skinny jeans, all spikes and menace. The Justice League's battle scars scream, we've been through it, and the Batmobiles, dragon-shaped, tank-sized, feel like they'd rode through a sci-fi blockbuster. Capullo's art doesn't just support the story, it's the co-star, turning every panel into a visual riff you can't unsee. If death metal is a concert, he's the guitarist shredding a solo that leaves you hyped. Here's the kicker. Death metal comes with its own playlist. Snyder handpicked heavy metal tracks for each issue, and DC dropped a full death metal album with bands like Chelsea Wolf and Mastodon. It's not just cool, it's genius. Every issue is named after a song like Death Metal Rising, and the music vibes with the chaos on the page. Imagine reading Wonder Woman's big stand while War Pigs blast. Suddenly, you're in the fight. It's immersive, like how High Life lifts a party or Afrobeat sets a mood. For African Reads Comics, it's a reminder that stories and sound go hand in hand. Metal just cranks it to the max. So, what's Death Metal leave behind? It's a love letter to DC fans, a party where every character gets an invite. Critics loved it, IGN called it bombastic and heartfelt, and comicbook.com dug its wild energy. Fans ate it up too, praising how it ties Snyder's Batman run into a bow while opening new doors. Some say it's too dense, too many callbacks for newbies, or the ending's too tidy. Fair, but for those of us who live for DC's big swings, it's a banger. For African comic heads, it's a vibe. Heroes rising against impossible odds, unity saving the day. It's our stories in spandex and it hits home. Dark Knights, Death Metal is a wild ride, a loud, messy, beautiful tribute to the DC universe. Snyder and Capullo deliver a story that's part epic, part concert, all heart. It's not flawless, but it's unapologetic, and for fans like us, that's gold. What's your take? Did it slap for you? Favorite moment? Hit the comments. I want to hear it all. If you vibed with this, subscribe to African Reads Comics and ring that bell. Next time we're back with more comic hit. Keep reading, keep rocking. Peace.